Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we're going to be trying 3 new shades that Good Die Young just released. But before we get into swatching those shades, I just want to thank our sponsor, Ritual. If you didn't know, I've been taking a multivitamin for years, and I recently just switched to Ritual. The main reason I switched to Ritual is because all of their products are made traceable, which basically means they tell you where all of their labeled ingredients come from. They also tell you why those labeled ingredients are in the product, so you know exactly what you're putting in your body. There is no guessing game. It's very, very easy to understand. The vitamin I switched to is essential for women 18 plus. This is a clinically backed, clean, high quality multivitamin for women ages 18 to 49, and it's meant to help fill any nutrient gaps in your diet. I don't know about you, but I personally love food and sometimes I don't eat the best, so I always like to include a multivitamin to help me get those nutrients that I'm not getting when I'm eating not the best food. As you can see inside the bottle, the capsules are definitely unique. So this is patented capsule technology. It combines the oily and the dry ingredients in one capsule, so you can take your vitamin D and your folate at the same time. I take 2 capsules a day, and the capsules are delayed release, and they're also essenced with mint, so they're super, super gentle on my stomach, and I can take them with or without food. Not only are the capsules effective, but they're really pretty. One of my favorite things about this product, it's not only vegan friendly, it's non-GMO certified, it's gluten-free, it's third-party tested, and it's also formulated without major allergens. If you did not know, I am vegetarian. I have been for like 5 years. So finding a multivitamin is a lot more difficult for me. Most of the time, the capsule is not vegan friendly. So for me, it was a no-brainer to switch to Ritual. Super easy. I can add my subscription in there. I don't have to worry about searching for a vegan friendly multivitamin. I just have it shipped to me every month and I don't have to worry about it. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description down below and use code AKAISLINN25 for 25% off your first order with Ritual. Thank you again to Ritual for sponsoring a portion of today's video. Now let's get into swatching some hair dye. So many of you guys were blowing up my comment section because Good Die Young released 3 new shades and we must swatch them, and I literally had already placed the order and it was on the way to me as you guys were typing those comments. So I was on it, baby. I'm bumping up this video further in my filming schedule. You guys know I'm like 2 months out on filming videos, but I'm bumping this one up to the top of my list so I can get this filmed and out for you guys ASAP, baby. We have 3 new shades and boy, do they look very, very intriguing. This is the Infusions collection. So if you didn't know, Good Die Young likes to release little collections here or there. So this one is the Infusions collection. We have the shade Indigo Tea. It looks like a really pretty dark blue color. It doesn't look indigo on the packaging, but maybe it is once we swatch it. Then we have Iced Matcha. I think this is the color I'm most intrigued with. Looks like a really pretty army green. And the last shade is Rose Mocha. Interested on this one. It sounds like a rosy chocolate color, and that's kind of what it looks like. So let's go ahead, set up my second camera angle, and we're gonna start swatching all these. Going in with Iced Matcha, and as you guys can see, I am swatching on a blonde and a lighter brown swatch just to see what it looks like. Okay, ooh, it looks really pretty. It's reading a little bit more sagey than what I was thinking, but it's such a gorgeous green. Go ahead and work that in. Wow, this color, beautiful. Oh, smells so good. Their color really does smell like Fruit Loops. I'm kind of obsessed. Gonna add just a smidge more on there. Work that into the hair. It looks really pretty. It's a little bit lighter than I thought it would be, but I love it. I thought maybe it would read a little bit like a darker army green, but it's really, really pretty. This is like such a trending color right now. People are painting their walls, their cabinets in their kitchen. It's a very, very trendy color right now for sure. Definitely a unique shade that I have not seen a lot of other brands do. Next up is Rose Mocha. Curious, this is gonna be more brown or more rosy colored. Let's see. Oh, okay. Really, really pretty. Wow. Love the undertones in this. All right, let's see. Wow, that is a really pretty brown color. Definitely has some rosy warmth to it, which I'm loving. Again, this color and the green are giving 90s vibe, 90s nostalgia. This one's not as pink or like mauve-y as the 90s shades are, but it's still definitely reminding me of my childhood. The pinky mauve and the green floral couches were all the rage. Set up a fake plant or 2 in the living room to accent it, and you're done, baby. That's some home decor if I've ever seen any. Next up is the Indigo Tea. All right, let's see the depth on this one. Ooh, really, really pretty. Loving the depth. All right, I'm curious what this one is going to look like on the brown swatch. Now that I'm working the color out, I definitely do see more of an indigo. I see a purple undertone here. It's such a gorgeous color. All three of these are very, very unique. I will say, I think Good Dye Young has the best like odd and unique shades. A lot of hair dye brands have like the same signature colors or very similar colors, but Good Dye Young definitely specializes in those different shades for all of us weirdos out there. If you like a different or more like grungy hair color, I definitely feel like they probably have a shade you're gonna love. Or if you just want your hair to be more unique, definitely look at Good Dye Young shades. I just remembered a shade that they released a while ago. I'm gonna add some more of this on here real quick, but I just remembered a shade they released called Devil's Ivy, and the iced matcha is reminding me of that for sure. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and look at my videos or grab the swatch and see what it looks like, because I can't remember exactly. It was a while ago that I swatched that, but the Devil's Ivy is definitely reminding me of the iced matcha for sure. We'll see what it looks like when it's rinsed, because again, you guys know, especially with Good Dye Young, the shades can definitely look a little different than the end result once you rinse off the color. Definitely like a grayish purple. You guys see? It's so pretty though. Everything's applied. I'll be right back once I rinse these off so we can see what the colors look like, and then we will try and remove them out of the hair. All right, we're back. Let me show you the results. Here are what the shades look like, and they are so beautiful. I did go back and look, and this color is nothing like Devil's Ivy. Devil's Ivy definitely has more of like a lime, brighter vibe to it. This is very, very like dull, not dull, but it's definitely like the color of a matcha, you guys. It's so, so beautiful. It also affected the brown swatch a little bit and made it more ashy. Here is the Rose Mocha, and this one shocked me the most. Definitely has way more of those rosy mauve undertones to it once you rinse off the color. It also made this color absolutely beautiful. This shade is so, so pretty. The Indigo Tea, such a unique blue shade, very, very smoky. I definitely don't see as many purple undertones in this as I did when we swatched it, but here are the three shades, and together they really do make a beautiful collection. I am going to take a video on my phone because I just feel like the camera is not picking it up, but here's that matcha shade, you guys. So beautiful. Here is the Rose Mocha. Again, such a unique, beautiful shade. Indigo Tea, again, unique and beautiful. And these three colors really do pair well together in a collection. Like, I'm obsessed. So I went ahead and mixed up some color remover. We're gonna go ahead and apply this halfway down on the swatches and see how these colors react to color remover. I actually kind of have high hopes for these two end colors here because they are a little bit more smoky. Like this one specifically, the Indigo, is pretty smoky, which normally is easier to remove rather than having like a different undertone. Like the smoky or silver gray colors definitely seem to come out easier. The Mocha is kind of a toss-up. I'm kind of thinking it'll just go a brighter version of that color, maybe like an orange or a brighter pink or red. And then the Matcha is also a toss-up. Greens are just one of those colors you really don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes they come out really, really easily. Other times they tend to be a pain in the butt. I'm hoping this one comes out easily just because the undertones do seem like they would come out of the hair easier. So I actually have high hopes for the Iced Matcha and the Indigo Tea. Again, we're going to have to wait and see what happens, but I have high hopes for those two end colors there. Very, very rarely do shades like this come out of the hair. Anything that has warmth to it normally doesn't come out of the hair very easily. So I'm excited to see what happens, that's for sure. Especially with these end two colors here, the Matcha and the Indigo. Very, very curious what's gonna happen as these process. All right, let's cover these up. All right, I'll be right back in 30 minutes and we're gonna see what happens. All right, we're back. Let me show you how the colors came out of the hair. All right, here's a finished product. I am very, very impressed with how well a lot of these shades came out of the hair. Here is that Iced Matcha. It does have a little bit of a green residual undertone to the ends here. Now, a lot of it came out of the hair. If this was faded and then you did a color remover, I think it would be all the way back to Platinum Blonde. But right now, there is some residual green on the ends. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but there is some green. The Rose Matcha came out way better than I thought. There is a little bit of like a rosy orange hue to the ends, but so much of that pigment came out of the hair. Again, if this was faded, I think even more would come out. And then we have the Indigo Tea. This one actually surprised me. It was lifting very, very peachy, which I guess is pretty typical of like grays and silvers. Whenever I swatch gray and silver, they always lift out a peachy orange color. So this was lifting out a peachy orange and then it lifted back to blonde. There is still a little bit of like a peachy hue to the ends here, but again, fade this out a lot and then do a color remover and I think it would come out of the hair even better. So overall, pretty impressed with how well they came out. These 3 new shades are so beautiful and very, very unique, and they seem to come out of the hair relatively easy. If you are going to use the Rose Mocha, I would recommend using Color Oops Extra Strength to try and remove that. Color Oops Extra Strength tends to work better than a bleach-based color remover on red and warm undertones, so I feel like Color Oops would definitely get the rest of that out. I will leave a link to these new shades in the description down below for you guys in case you want to try them for yourself. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that is in the description down below. I post way more of my everyday life on there. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.